Ahoy and welcome to this Narrowboat Adventure. So today I want to talk about the concept of hygge, which is one of the things that the Danish people use to get through their long winters. I think a narrowboat is a perfect place to have a hygge winter because one of the main things is having that sort of orange glow light that you get from a fire or from candles. We have just started lighting our fire again, and because of daylight savings it started getting dark very early all of a sudden, which is basically the reason I thought it's time to bring some hygge into my life. So some of the main things of hygge are having knitted wear. So I've got my lovely knitted poncho on, and I've got some lovely snuggly socks on. Hot drinks are very important, so I drink a lot of tea, but I've also been drinking spiced apple juice, which is just apple juice that I don't boil it, but I heat it up with cinnamon and cardamom. That's Marlise's recipe. And I've also been having hot chocolates with squirty cream and chai tea. So lots of really lovely cozy things. Hygge, I think, is very much about being cozy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I did look it up. That's my best guess at how to pronounce it. Another thing that's really important is to have pastries and spending time with family, playing board games, watching movies, not spending too much time on your laptop or your phone, and things like fairy lights and like bringing things from the outside in is also an important element. So we've got some plants inside, and we've also got a lovely sheepskin rug, which I feel is very hygge. So there's lots of things like that, and because it's not an exactly translatable thing, you kind of have to do your research, have a look at what things are deemed as hygge, and make up your own mind a little bit about what you think is hygge. But for me, it's just about making my home a place that I really want to come home to and snuggle up, and doing a little bit of kind of hibernation in the winter, I suppose. I think winter's one of the nicest things on a narrowboat if you can cultivate a good sense of hygge, because it makes you feel like you're in a little log cabin, you're locked away. Oh, and having a furry friend is very hygge. If this is your first winter on a narrowboat, or if you're going to be spending some time on a narrowboat in winter, I understand some of you are going to be renting narrowboats over the winter. These are all things I definitely recommend doing. This isn't really a guide for winter in a narrowboat from the point of view of staying warm. If you want to look at a video about that, I have done videos about how I make fires and things like that. This is more about emotional survival. You've got to spend some time outside while you can, which I think is one of the nice things about narrowboating, because at least with continuous cruising, you're forced every 2 weeks to go outside, spend time outside, get cold, feel the world, and then you come in and you appreciate once you've got your fire going and it's all warm and glowing and the room is filled with the orange light of candles and fairy lights, and you've got a hot drink and you're spending time with your friends and family and you're all snuggled up in your woolliness. I think that's the stuff that really makes winter lovely, and it's kind of a thing that maybe most people would associate with Christmas, but I try to cultivate it until spring. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the description if you have any questions about narrowboating in the winter, as I'd like to do a question video soon. And let me know how you like to cultivate hygge in your life. Thank you very much for watching. You can click subscribe if you'd like to join us again, and if you'd like to, you can go on to Facebook, search This Narrowboat Adventure. I post the videos there, and you can also go over to Patreon. You saw the last video was a 360 video, so that is thanks to the patrons. I've been borrowing a 360 video camera, and I have just bought one thanks to the lovely patrons, and so the next 360 video should be better quality, I hope. It's one of those things, it's quite difficult to edit, so I think the more I do it, the better quality it's going to be. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and have a hygge winter. Bye!